Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Andres Holguin and today I'm going to teach you how can you use the Tableau Extensions API and FastAPI to create a custom visualization in your Tableau instance. Let's begin. To explain how to use these tools, I created a custom web application that displays the picture of the car with the highest number of sales in the summary table. If I modify the summary table, the picture of the car displayed on the screen will also change. Let me show you. As you can see, when I selected Hyundai, it displayed the picture of the Hyundai Grand i10 as it's the car with the highest number of sales in the summary table. Now, let's proceed to the code and the requirements you need to implement this solution. Assuming you know the basics of FastAPI, if not, please visit this website. The first thing you are going to do is to create an endpoint that will deliver the HTML to the user. This HTML file is the one that will allow you to extend the functionality of Tableau. If you visit my GitHub and search for this file, please be aware that this endpoint is secured by a JSON Web Token, because my application is accessible to the public. If you wish to simplify things and remove this security measure, feel free to do so. It won't impact anything. But it's important to implement security measures in production to prevent misuse of your app and protect your project. To remove the security measures, the only thing that you need to do is this. You are also going to need a Tableau instance. You can get one through this link. Once you have it, enter the main menu, go to Settings, Extensions, click on these two options and add the link of the endpoint that is going to serve the HTML to the user. The HTML file must contain two tags. One tag enables you to utilize the Tableau Extensions API, and the other one is going to contain the custom functionality of your extension. Currently, I am hosting the file that this tag is pointing to on my own server, but you can use a relative path or host it yourself. You can find this file in this link. Before going any further, you are also going to need to create a .directs file. The only important thing about this file for this tutorial is that in this part of the code, you have to have the URL of the endpoint that is going to serve the HTML to the user. For more information of the .directs file, please visit this website. Now let's talk about the extension itself. The main element that our HTML file will have is an image tag, which will display the picture of the car with the highest number of sales in the summary table. By default, or if an error occurs, a loading screen HIF will be shown. For your information, the pictures of all the cars are being hosted on my personal server. To change the picture and show the car with the highest number of sales every time the summary table changes, you have to define the correct logic here in this JavaScript file. The main idea with the Extensions API is that you access your Tableau objects with JavaScript and work with them until you get your desired output. In this case, this is done by the Tableau initialize function. If we examine the function, we can see that it executes an anonymous function when the DOM is loaded. This anonymous function invokes the promise tableau.extensions.initializeAsync, which is necessary for interacting with your Tableau objects. Within the promise definition, upon success, it will run the after Tableau config function and attach an event listener. The event listener needs to refer to a specific worksheet, in this case the one named summary_table, and then we attach an event listener that will execute the Tableau config function when filters are changed. You can also use the summary data change event if you want. If something goes wrong in the initialization, the promise is going to execute a console log with the error. The after Tableau config function waits for the Tableau config function to finish, and after it's done, a console log is executed. The idea is to add what you want to execute after the Tableau config function in this section of the code. The Tableau config function selects the worksheet summary_table and retrieves its summary data using these specific lines of code. It then defines two auxiliary variables, one to hold the sales amount of the car with the highest number of sales in the summary table, and the other to store the URL of the image of that car. Afterward, it iterates through the data table object to find the desired value. Once found, it updates the image tag URL in the HTML file with the accurate one. Now, to understand this for loop, let me show you how Tableau gives you the information that we need. First, the full Tableau table is this one. I hid the URL column because it's not very aesthetic. As you can see, here in console, we are going to get an object. If we open this object, we are going to see that it has a data property. If we expand this property, we are going to see 30 rows, because we have 10 models and 3 measures in our summary table. If we analyze each row, we are going to see a pattern. Every 3 rows, the model changes, and within these 3 rows, we have the low price, high price, and amount in that sequence. To obtain and compare the necessary values, we should begin with the third row of each model. Within this array, the first row contains the URL of the car picture, while the fourth row holds the model's amount. In both cases, we can use the key underscore value to get what we need. With this information, we can analyze the data to identify the car with the highest number of sales in the summary table. The final step is to go to your dashboard, go to Extensions, select the .txt file and configure your workbook as you wish. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, you can click the dislike button twice, so YouTube can notice that you didn't enjoy my content. In the description, I will include all the URLs you need to replicate this extension, as well as my donation website and LinkedIn profile, if you wish to support me or send me a job proposal. Thanks again, and see you in the next one.